jumping into the match. That is a ship's cannon.
No way.
Yes, it is.
This is Trinity College. If you guys are not paying attention to Trinity College right now, you need to start paying attention because this is what happens in Hearthstone.
We'll full screen them so you can pay attention even better.
This is what happens in Hearthstone when formats are wide open. You will see people try to find ways to compete for games in ways that you have not seen traditionally.
Yeah, and right now they're up 2-0 in this series over Maryland. Maryland playing, you know, tried and true decks. Trinity College playing play minions go face decks.
Yeah. That's a pirate running a parrot.
Yes, it is.
This is awesome. Okay, so I would love to give you analysis about what this matchup is and what players are actually thinking, but I don't have practice versus Pirate Rogue.
No.
I don't have practice with Pirate Rogue.
I actually have about 40 games of Pirate Rogue played.
That's about 40 more than I have.
I'm like third in the world.
Right behind 6-0 and Strife Crow.
Yeah. Oh, man. I mean, Chipscan is a tough card to deal with. In Maryland, they don't even look surprised at this point. They're like, we expected it.
Yeah. It's a tough card sometimes. When you have a Wrath in your hand, pretty clean answer. You know, ideally, I think you'd like to be using the Wrath to grab a little bit more tempo. But in this situation, once again, your opponent has been very unsubtle about their approach. So because of that, you can feel a little bit more secure in the fact that using a Wrath on turn 2 is almost always the right play here. Just get your opponent's stuff off the board, try to disrupt their synergy between their cards, and let the natural power of your cards take over. Because again, Druid is rolling into stuff like Druid of the Claw. They'll oftentimes have very powerful 6-drops, whether it be Emperor Thorson, sometimes Sylvanas, and they roll into at turn 7, which is super dangerous, the Ancient of Lore. They can make back all that card advantage that they perhaps lost trying to stabilize the board, and then run away with the game. So Trinity College has to find a way to launch the assault on Maryland this game. If they fail to do so, Maryland's going to run away with it. So this is a pure setup turn right now. They're looking to play that Bloodsail, Bloodsail Raider in the left of their hand, and it gets +1 power for each power that your weapon has.
Yeah, starts at a 2-3. So with a Deadly Poison on your dagger, it becomes a 5-3, which contests a lot of things.
Yeah, but Trinity's gotten kind of the rude awakening here. They have to deal with the 4-6 first.
Yeah, well, they do have a way to deal with it with Blade Flurry. But that's a lot of resources expended to take out one card.
Oh, they're going all in.
Wow.
I love it. Okay, so Deadly Poison's going to make that dagger 5. Sousy deck in is charged because they have a weapon.
Let's hope they don't have Big Game Hunter.
Bloodsail Raider is a 7-3 at the moment. Now, Maryland does have a swipe in their hand, so I would venture to say they're going to take this out. And then after that, Trinity College is kind of down to the felt in terms of their card economy.
Yeah. And that was the end of Pirate Rogue.
So these next couple of draws really going to play a big role in deciding this game for Trinity College.
Oh, no.
Assassin's Blade's a pretty darn good draw.
Yeah. I mean, it's consistent damage, and they can start piling that damage on. Assassin's Blade is that card that you put in rogues that don't have a clear win condition because it sort of opens up a secondary win condition.
Yeah. And the problem here, though, again, is that their early game has been so disrupted at this point that Maryland is pretty likely to start running away with the game. So, once again, Trinity in a spot where this draw is paramount importance. And Sousy Captain, not the best here, but it's better than nothing. You still get a 3-3 body. But Trinity, I think that their game plan is linear right now. I think you start pointing it upstairs and go with it. They're going to try to fight this attrition battle and hope for the best.
Yeah, hoping for the best is really just not... you know, the right thing that you want to do. They can actually Blade Flurry here and try and protect their Sousy Captain. And then like play a Sky Captain Crag next turn and he's buffed because of the Sousy Captain.
I think they're losing at just a little bit too much damage if they do that.
Yeah.
The longevity that the Assassin's Blade can help provide is probably worth a little bit more at the moment. And maybe Maryland even missteps here. Like say they played the Druid of the Claw and just pass this turn.
Yeah.
Then Trinity College is a great setup with the Blade Flurry versus the turn prior where they had little to nothing going on. So still a little bit of wiggle room here, but they are running out of time.
Yeah. Now, Maryland, even though they don't really have probably much experience against Pirate Rogue, they can guess that leaving Pirates on the board is usually a bad idea. Yeah. So they're going to go ahead and clear it off, most likely go ahead and play a Pilot Shredder here. They can go out Druid of the Claw.
Yeah, I think at this stage, since you're not facing too much damage, I think the Pilot Shredder is safe. But Druid of the Claw is going to start putting a little bit more pressure on your opponent. It does stall the Assassin's Blade outright. Trinity's going to have to find a way to fight through this. And Sky Captain Crag, apologies.
Not to be confused with Ground Captain Craig.
Unfortunately, he will face the demise of the Keeper of the Grove.
Disclaimer, that's not the actual animation. We use production magic.
Whoa! Hang on now.
That's a lot of damage.
I mean, just maybe is what comes to my mind. But Maryland drew the second swipe, so they even have an answer to the 5-4 and the additional damage provided here. For Trinity, I think this has to be a Blade Flurry turn. You need Captain Greenskin to get in at least one attack, I think, in this situation.
Yeah.
You know, your opponents use a Wrath. They have used a swipe at this point.
But at the same time, Captain Greenskin getting an attack is the same as you using that third charge of the dagger that you get from Captain Greenskin.
It's true, but you're also taking 5 potential damage on the board.
Yeah.
And you're pulling 8 damage because of the Blade Flurry. So you're actually only losing 1 damage here.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like the play. But again, that swipe is just, you know, swipe and Pilot and Shredder to shut this down. They're going to go ahead and use Eviscerate first and say, hey, if you want to hero power this this Captain Greenskin, you're more than welcome to.
I think that Eviscerate, you know, it feels like that Eviscerate needs to go to the face at some point. You're out of cards.
Well, it might too, but here's the other thing. At this point, their life total is, granted, it's a precious resource, but still one nonetheless. Pilot and Shredder comes down here. They do get that extra attack out of the Assassin's Blade, and they already got the swipe out. So now maybe there's a chance to creep back into this just because they have the Blade Flurry left over. That's always a possibility as well. Does cost 0 mana, but when you have 9 of it available, mana is not really what you're too worried about here. And given their prior game plan, you know, I don't think they can continue to fight this attrition battle. I think they got a Blade Flurry and hope for the best, and their opponents get a 3-2.
Yeah.
So this contested directly, and now Maryland the one with big initiative here, but they do draw a kind of dead card.
They're just going to use it to clear.
Yeah, I think so. I think at this point you got to try to turn these cards into something. And 2 damage, kill your minion, and keep my 3-2 around.
I can set up for next turn lethal with Force of Nature.
Yeah.
Second Force of Nature, so.
This is a good play.
Yeah. Not that they really had too many options, but still.
Not too greedy, though. Yeah. Greed kills.
Backstab is not going to do it.
Yeah.
And Pirate Rogue came and Pirate Rogue fell. We'll see if they actually continue to go with the Pirate Rogue. I can see Trinity College.
They wanted the 3-0.
Well, he said it's fine. I saw him mouth the words. It looked like he said it's fine. They know that they're still in a good lead. Druid, you know, it's a deck that can do some pretty crazy things. So they realize that Pirate Rogue does have some weaknesses, but they can overcome.
Yeah, still smiles across the board over there in Maryland. It's a little bit of a sigh of relief at this point, I'd say. You know, you didn't get 3-0'd by the Pirate Rogue. You are living to fight another day at this point.